transaction actually €3,025. Well, a similar consideration we can make even for another case, that is the payment due not later, at a later date than the delivery of the goods, but in the case of a previous date than the delivery of the goods, or in any case of the date settled originally in the contract for the transaction. In this case, if there is a payment in advance, we have to consider that the price is not increased by a certain amount of money, but is shortened for a certain amount of money that we call commercial discount. So we have price Now, the problem is, even in this case, how to calculate the commercial discount. Actually, the elements are the same as we have seen right now for the interest. That is, the capital, a rate that in this case we call not interest rate, but commercial discount rate, and the time. And as for the time, we have to make the same three considerations we've made before. That is, in case the time is expressed in years, or in months, or in days. The only thing we have to pay attention at is that we have to shorten the price, not to increase it. On the other hand, the formulations remain exactly the same. So, even in this case, we can consider which are the advantages or the disadvantages for a commercial discount for the buyer or the seller. Because, for example, for the buyer, the advantage is to pay less for the goods or the services, even if at a previous date. For the seller, the advantage is that he can receive the money for the transaction at a date just previously, before the moment when he gets rid of the goods or the services. Now we can try another simple example to explain how to apply this formulation. So we have a dealer that who sells goods, for example, for €2,000, and he agrees with the buyer for a payment due at the end of April. But after a while, the buyer decided to pay at a previous day, that is, for example, the 10th of April. So we have a payment due with an advance of 20 days. For these 20 days, considering a commercial discount rate of 4%, we have now to calculate the amount of this commercial discount. So, we take 2,000, we take 4, the rate, 20 the days of the delay, and this because of the formulation due for days. If you do it properly, we obtain this 1,995 euros and 62 cents as a name, as a difference between price and commercial discount, and it's called actual value. The abbreviation is this. Now, some consideration about this term, discount, that we can even find and use in our everyday life. But this discount we meet in our everyday life, is it the same we have just discussed till now? Well, not exactly. Because in this case, as in the case of the discount of our everyday life, okay, we have a certain amount of money which is calculated upon a quantity with a rate, but here we have something more. It's the relationship with the time. In the term discount we use in our everyday life, don't have this relationship with time. And that's the reason we call that discount trading discount or trade discount. Just in order to take a different look at these two types of discount.